It's your boy Hype bringing you another weekly Nightfall strike on the Animal Instincts Gaming channel, and Omnigul is back in town and she is going down. Alright, so as usual we have epic, highly shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear in great numbers. Then we have Nightfall. If you die, you're done. If all players die, your fire team is returned to orbit. This week's damage of choice is Arc Burn. Arc damage from any source is greatly increased. We have Light Switch, don't get knifed, bitch. Minions of the Darkness deal much more melee damage. And last but not least, we have Angry. Minions of the Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage. So coming up right here, we're going to show you the class layout going in with my Warlock. We're going to go in with the Fatebringer. Also going to go in with the Patience and Time, which I got to tell you is an absolute beast for this Nightfall. And we're going in with the Song. And it's really useful for the Knights in the beginning. Well, actually throughout the whole thing, but mainly in the beginning for when they cover up with their shields. That thing just rips right through their shields. So we're just going to speed it up right here until we get to the first little main area, first little stage of this Nightfall. And right here, right when I get to this room, I like to snipe these guys straight across, and you really got to be careful for those guys right there. Make sure that they're not running in when you're sitting there ADS'd, because if they knife you, already you're starting back over, and you barely even, got anywhere. Anything that knifes you, I'm a 32, and believe me, anything that were to hit me, which you'll see, I actually do have to use the self-resurrection once during this Nightfall. I usually try not to do it, man, but this guy, he got me off guard. So anyways, you'll get to see firsthand where I went wrong, so you don't make the same mistake. So, as you see here, I like to just stay right in this first doorway, peek out, get a couple shots when you can, and then back up. That way, if you're in that second room, more stuff will tend to charge in there as opposed to this first doorway. And also, if stuff does rush in and catch you off guard, you get a chance to run back down, which you'll see me utilize that strategy a good bit here. You run back down the steps all the way to the back, then turn around and start to kill things. Now, all you're going to do is kill a few enemies here until you hear the skanks coming in. Now, when the skanks are coming in, you'll see here I try and take on a few of them, but you get outnumbered really fast. So I'll run back, and you'll see this is the main reason why I run back. After getting hit a few times here, I damn near die. So I would definitely recommend this, especially if you're solo. If you're with a full fire team, I mean, you'll probably be able to take them out. Have one guy with a solar weapon knock their shields down, and everybody else finishes them off with the arc. Alright, so I'm just going to speed things up through the rest of this little area here, because that's basically all it is. That's this whole, how I approach this whole wave, or waves, whatever you want to call it. Once you do hear the hive coming, I'll kind of let the hive duke it out with the fallen a little bit, let them kill each other, and just makes things a little easier. So that's really there. You seen him, he was charging me, I ran, hauled ass, and there's the thrall. If you see them, don't try and take them on neither. There's the reason why I love the Fatebringer, because it could just take out like a whole little pack of them with one bullet. But if they come charging at you, you gotta know when to run, man. You gotta know when to just haul ass, live to fight another day, because if they all come rushing at you and one of them just happens to hit you, you're done. Like there, I almost went down because I was focused on them and the knight came from the side. So just make sure, try and be aware. One thing that really helps me out on this this particular Nightfall is game volume. Have your game volume up so you can hear the thrall. You can hear these invisible guys. Right there, I'm throwing nades trying to bait one in. I know he's there. And once you hear your path forward is cleared, I just or keep moving forward. It's not clear. Just keep moving or something like that. I don't know. I forget what she exactly says every damn time. But once you hear that, kill a couple of enemies, and once you feel that you're safe, just run through. Now right here, I believe it's like somewhere right around after you kill 4 of these enemies, 5, that's when the skanks and the invisible vandal samurai guys, whatever the hell you want to call them, they come rushing at you. And you'll see a lot of times these skanks, they'll just pop up unannounced. No pun intended. But see right there, it just appeared right there. So that's why I always run back. As soon as you see those invisible guys, run back to these steps, head glitch them. And this is actually where I go down, because I end up thinking it's safe before it's not. And this one, he was just waiting for me, man. He got me good, waiting for me right around the corner here. And I was actually a little bit nervous about using my, there he is, boom. I was nervous about using the self-resurrection, because a lot of times, you know, you're stuck in that animation and they'll swipe you again and you'll go right back down. But managed to get back up, and there he is, payback. And that's it. Gonna head out, kill off a couple more enemies, and then you'll see, once I see the actually no, the skanks this time, they really do a number on me. They almost kill me, and I didn't have a self-resurrection because I just used it right there, so it was almost game over for me right here. And I would have been pretty upset because I had already made it all the way to the end, and then for whatever reason my PVR, it was froze. There, skanks come in. Oh man, look at, oh, get the hell out of there. Run, get to the steps. If I would have died there, I'd have been pretty upset, because like I was saying, I was all the way at the end, and my PVR, I look over and it was froze. It was still showing something from the beginning. So I intentionally just blew myself up to start it over, you know, to get a full run at this and a full recording for you guys. So I would have been pretty disappointed had I died there, because I don't know, I was just already frustrated to begin with. But you're going to see here, man, the way I take Omnigul down, and part of the reason was because I had to do that. I was a little pissed off, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to fight her fair no more. And especially because, I don't know, they just, is anybody else tired of this strike yet? They just keep bringing this one, I guess probably average of at least once a month now, but before it was more than that. I don't know, I guess I could go back and look and see how many times since this expansion has been here that this nightfall has actually been the nightfall. I don't know, but we're getting close, man. House of Wolves will be coming soon, so I'm just speeding this up because that's all it is. It's just target practice basically from this point forth. After you kill those 2 waves of the skanks, the rest is just taking everything out. It's pretty easy. Don't forget about the guy that's up top after you do clear things out and you walk out up above you. And that's basically about it for this. Don't run out there until you know you're clear, because you've seen that guy right there. If you step out and get knifed, you are still in the darkness here, and you don't want to start over. But this is definitely a strike that I would really recommend. I mean, it's just so much easier with a team. Even though it's not, you know, obviously it can be done solo, but it's more about a timing thing, man. Just putting in all that time solo to get through, and who only knows what you're going to get at the end. And that's another thing I'm really not too happy about what I got at the end of this. But we'll get to that when the time comes. Alright, so right there, after I killed just about everything out there, I didn't worry about all the invisible guys down, unless you want to go down there and grab and see if maybe they drop some house banners or ether seeds or whatever. I wasn't worried about that, so I just kept it moving and just keep running straight through all the way until you got to open up the door, and there she is. There's Omnigul. We're going to shoot her a couple times. She's going to scream. So tired of hearing that damn scream. Enemies spawn in, and you're just going to take them out. Now, if you want to play it safe, you can either back up a little bit if you start getting overran, or right to the left of me, right there, those boxes, you can hop up on top of them and just shoot everything from there. But as you see here with the Fatebringer, I really didn't have a problem with it. One guy you're going to have to watch out for is this Knight, the Boomer, because them things, they deliver some serious damage. So after you take out all those enemies, I like to come around this corner and line up real good on one of these wizards, stick them with a nade, that way it knocks her shield down, then snipe. Because if not, then it just takes a good amount of bullets and they freaking sway and do all that other shit so much that, you know, it can be a pain. So you'll see here I even do the same thing with this next one. As soon as it's kind of stationary, ain't moving around too much, hit it with a nade. Once that shield's knocked down, couple snipes, and it's done. And after that, there's a couple little cursed thrall around. There's one right to the right with his little feet hanging out right there. Take that one out. That way, when the knights and the ogre, when you're shooting at them, these things don't creep up on you unexpectedly and blow you up. So that's why I like to get rid of them. And then put a few shots in the omnigul till she screams again, spawns in some more minions of the darkness. And then the first thing, I'll take out that ogre once that ogre spawns in. And then the knights. This part, it's all pretty easy right here. And coming up is where you're actually going to see the glitch cheese, which I don't really know how far you have to go with this. Like right there, omnigul moved. I don't know if I could turn around and go to the spot now, or if you have to keep going all the way forward. Now, if you're with a team, I would already have guys go to the spot. But you're going to see the spot coming up here in a minute. But before we get to that, where I seen that at is Coconut Brah Gaming. Brah, not ya brah. And shout out to those guys. I'll leave a link down in the description so you can check it out. It's a more in-depth tutorial on how to get to where I get to. And, you know, it's a really, really sick spot, man. And it's pretty easy to get to. It's going to seem a little tricky, but this was actually my first time running it. So it was really not that difficult, and it just makes things a lot easier. So you'll see I'm just going all the way up, making sure omnigul's all the way in that back room, and just slowly making sure everything's cleared out. And you're going to see once I go back there and it says kill omnigul, that's when I turn back. But like I said, I don't know if you could go there now, because I guess technically she would be in that spot, as long as you would be able to maybe shoot her one time to get her to go the rest of the way. But as I said, if I had if I was running this with a team, which I probably will be later, I would already have two guys there. One guy doing this, two guys there. As soon as omnigul's ready to go, take her down. So there we go. It said kill omnigul. I heard her scream, so I know she's where she needs to be. So you're going to want to head all the way back towards where you first came in at. And like I said, I'm not going to do a full depth tutorial on how to do this. I'll leave a link in the description to Coconut Brah Gaming's channel, and you can check it out there. It's a pretty good tutorial, very detailed, so you should have no problem getting there, all based off of that. And you'll see here I fell a few times, but like I said, this is my first time even attempting it, so keep that in mind. It's really not that difficult to do if this is my first time getting it. Yeah, I fell a few times miserably, but you know, I'm persistent. Can't give up just because it don't happen right away. But you'll see, it makes things, if you haven't seen it already. I mean, the video's got quite a good amount of views, so a lot of people know of this. And I just had to give it a shot for myself. But what you are going to need to do this is a sniper rifle. And being that it's arc burn this week, it was great with the LDR that you can get right from the Vanguard over by the shipwright. and you're gonna have to upgrade a little bit to get the armor piercing rounds if you don't already have that sniper rifle. But I'm sure a lot of people at this point, they do or should. I've gotten it. I bought it from there, and I've gotten another one out of, I don't know, Nightfall or something. Actually, I think I got it from leveling up my Vanguard. So there you go. I made it through, and check this place out, man. This is pretty epic inside here. I'm going to have to go exploring a little bit just to check it out. That's what you see me there doing, looking around a little bit. But like I said, he's going to explain to you in that video on exactly where I'm going here and what to do, because it can be, you know, it can be a little tricky because the map is kind of disappearing and then reappearing, and you know, so that's where I found out how to do this. And so you might as well, you know, if I can do it based off of what he showed me, then you should be able to do it as well and not have any problem. But you're going to see here, it's pretty sick, man. And I think kind of, you know, everything's worth trying at least once. I mean, how many times have we fought in the omnigul the heads up way? Or I fought in her under the steps. You know what I mean? So I'm down with trying multiple ways and doing it different ways, because it's fun. It's fun doing things differently. And also, you know, I know some people that are like, cheesing, glitching, whatever. But with these nightfalls and how time consuming they can be and what you get at the end of them sometimes, man, in my opinion, I say go right ahead. Cheese away. But there you go. There it is. I switched over to the LDR so I can shoot her, even though it doesn't look like there's a wall there. There is. There's a wall, but you know, it's glitched out. I can see through it, and I do use a special ammo synth. And then I also do get my icebreaker out of the vault instead of waiting on that cooldown. I get my icebreaker, let your icebreaker regen ammo, and once it's fully at 6, switch back, and you'll have some ammo in your special. Doesn't have to just be a sniper. That's been around for a while, so I'm sure a lot of you know that, but I didn't have my icebreaker on me at the time, so I get it out of the vault, which that app works wonders sometimes. So there's omnigul down there, not knowing what the hell to do, just throwing poison all over the place. Her and her freaking whatever you want to call them, entourage of ugly chicks. But that's about it, man. That's how easy it is. So coming up right here, we're going to have a comment from last week's Nightfall. And for a chance to be featured in next week's, just leave a comment on this video. So here we go. We got one from Haunted Matrix Animal. I finally got my Soros from the Nightfall. And man, oh man, that is a while. So I got to agree with you on that. Finally, crats to you on that. And it's just a little unfortunate that it came after the 1.1.1 whatever patch, you know, and they decreased the auto rifles just a little bit. I mean, it's still a very good gun, so congrats on that, man. So here we go. You've seen right there, I brought the icebreaker over, and also I would be careful if you're in a spot. Don't really go exploring around and trying to find a better spot to get a better vantage point on her, because you'll see here at the end, after I take her down, I just start jumping around and stuff, and I end up stuck in a spot where I could not jump, and it's telling me whatever, out of map basically, and it's a countdown for me to get back in, and I don't make it back because I was stuck. I could not jump, but it was already done. So there you go, omnigul. And you'll see here, you know, right up here, I jump and I turn back and I can't. I was stuck. I couldn't jump, couldn't do nothing. So don't really explore around too much. So here we go. What do we get for all that? 10 strange coins. Wow, that's great. That's great. That's one more strange coin than doing the heroic. So you know, there you go. There's a perfect example of why I really don't mind throwing a little cheese in the mix every now and then. You know, people want a wine. Hey, wine goes good with cheese, so they say. That's going to about wrap it up for this video, guys. If you find this video helpful in any kind of way, or if you like it, please leave a thumbs up in the comment section. Feel free to leave a comment for a chance to be featured in next week's Nightfall. And if you haven't, be sure to subscribe to Animal Instincts Gaming. Got plenty of content coming your way. As always, thanks for watching. Animals, it's your boy Hype. We out.